Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today we are back in 1994 in March, and as the GM of the Ottawa Senators we are not having a great season. We are 18-42-4. That's going to be another season without playoffs. So this is March, and near the end of this month is going to be the trade deadline. I just checked, and there's yet again nothing really on the trade block. The best player available is Pat Conacher, and he's in his 30s and everything, so I'm not really gonna be trying to trade for him. But let's go ahead and try something here. So perhaps surprisingly, I'm going to see. I'm not saying I'm going to trade him, but let's see what I could potentially get for Pavel Dimitrov. He didn't play very well. Granted, he's 19 years old. He has a great potential, but potential is one thing. I need some results. So again, I'm not saying I'm going to trade him, but let's go ahead and see what I might be able to get from him. Of course, I'm not going to trade Pavel Dimitrov for a 36-year-old or anything like that. But if there's like a 27, 28-year-old player that looks pretty good, I might think about it. So, okay, so the Montreal Canadiens are offering Mike Sillinger, a pretty honest player. That's a maybe. The Maple Leafs are offering Sylvain Lefebvre. I'm not going to get Sylvain Lefebvre, so we are getting rid of that offer. Dark Graham, no thank you. A little too old for my taste. Rangers are offering Sergei Nemchinov. Again, maybe a little too old for what I want. For a decent player, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, now that might be interesting. The Kings are offering me Kimmo Timonen. Oh, that's definitely a I'm gonna think about it. The Flyers are offering me Brian Benning. That's a big no. The Flames are offering Richard Medvedchuk. That's going to be a no. Definitely prefer Kimmo Timonen over Richard Medvedchuk. Although I did say in a previous episode that I was looking maybe for a little bit more of a big defenseman type of physical guy. But, I mean, Kimmo Timonen is pretty good. Benoit Hugg, no. The Devils are offering Yaroslav Modry. I prefer Kimmo Timonen. Actually, I prefer Kimmo Timonen to Mike Sillinger, so I'm going to go ahead and reject that. The Capitals are offering Mike Ridley. Nah, that's okay. Oilers are offering Brent Gilchrist. That's a big no. Hartford, Zardy Zalapski. Oh, you could come in and play now. He's pretty good. Should be good for a few more years. Definitely thinking about him. So, The Nordiques are offering Claude Lapointe. That's going to be a no. The Jets are offering Mike Eagles. No, thank you. V. Peltonen from the Sharks. Nope. Lightning is offering Mikael Anderson. Nope. Mighty Ducks are offering John McIntyre. I don't think so. Finally, the Panthers are offering Bill Older. That's going to be a no. Okay, I love Kimmo Timonen, and he's gonna be good, but Zardy Zalewski can come in now. And I think it's gonna help the team now. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sacrifice Pavel Dimitra. He's gonna become a pretty decent forward. Everybody knows that. Or at least he should. But I'm really liking getting Zardy Zalewski. So I'm going to complete that trade. Alright, so now I am going to send down probably Kent Painter. There you go, buddy. You go through waivers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start the month. Obviously now we have made a pretty big addition. Not a superstar, definitely a good defenseman that can put up point, kind of like Norm McIver. I know it's not the big defenseman that's going to clear the front of the net or anything like that. Maybe I'm trying to be ahead of my time and try to play the analytics game here. And, you know, if I have the puck, then the other team doesn't have it. So hopefully Zardy Zalewski helps with that. One thing that maybe we want to take a look at is... Alright, so one thing I wanted to look at, and it was suggested by one of my viewers, is to take a quick look at how many shots against we have compared to the rest of the league. So we are the second worst in the league. So Anaheim is worse than us. They have allowed 10 shots on goal more than us. So you can see like the save for the Tampa Bay Lightning here, like the top 4 teams are recent teams, so they don't have a lot of talent. And then Montreal Canadiens, a little bit surprising to see them there. So we are allowing 39.09 shots a game. That's probably a lie. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I didn't really think to look them up before firing this up, but just by my gut feeling tells me that it's probably about 5 or 6 shots a game too high ish. So we're not the worst. Anaheim is worse than us, but definitely yeah, that's not great. And again, at this point, I think it's built in the engine, so the only way for me to get better there is to get better players like I just did. I got Zardy Zalewski. He's definitely better than Kent Painter, so hopefully that helps a little bit. All right. Star right winger, that's true. Sergei Fedorov is not considered a right wing in my universe. He's injured for a little bit, day to day. Dave Manson had a great game, 4 assists. Usually Dave Manson was known for more like, 4 players sent to the infirmary or something. He was a pretty tough guy to play against, and if you listen to any Canadian broadcast from TSN or any broadcast that Ray Ferraro is on, he he often refers to Dave Manson as a very scary man. So alright, so in February we did a little bit better than we did the previous few months, especially near the end of the month. We won a few games in a row, so we ended up with 4-7-1. So not great, but definitely better than January and December. And Rod Brydon is back to being unhappy about me. Looks like Berquist is ready to come back, and Zardy Zalewski needs a number. You get your number 3, Zardy. Welcome to the team. Please save us. You are the savior. Alright, so they're gonna play him on the second pairing there. So he's left D and right D, so they could have put him with McIver, I guess. So our left side is starting to shape up here. McIver, Zalewski is pretty decent, and Cavallini takes too many penalties. I might not keep him. Alright, so Ashek is on fire, playing Buffalo. We're sending Bertium in net. Let's do this. 6-5 loss. So let's see here. We were outshot 44-34. First star was McGillney with 2 goals. Alexander Deg a goal and 2 assists, and Grant Ledyard with a goal. Nice little game for Deg. So let's see if Zardy Zalewski got some points here. So Yashin scored from Deg and Surjan. Deg from Zalewski and Surjan. So on the power play. Shaw from Surjan and McIver. Yashin on the power play from McIver and Lazaro. And McIver on the power play from Yashin and Deg. Alright, so Zalewski got an assist on his first game with us. And he's 25 years old, so hopefully he can be good for us for a few years. Sylvain Turgeon is hurt. Okay, let's take a look at that. For 1 to 2 weeks with shoulder soreness. So I have to send him down. Not send him down, but put him on the injury list. So there you go, buddy. I'm starting to have a few players over here. Oh boy, it's slim pickings. Let's get Martin Saint-Amour up. Hopefully he's not going to play too much because he's not rated very high. Alright. Hopefully Bergquist comes back. Richard Schmelik is suspended for 7 games. Of course, Schmelik plays for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks now. And Selene has 12 straight games with a point. Yashin should be ready soon, or comfortable soon. Right, Bergquist might play. And Martin Saint-Amour wants a number. Yeah, Bergquist might play the next game. Hopefully he will. Tom O'Regan is on waivers. Brent Sutter is suspended for 4 games. And Yerky Lume. We haven't heard about Yerky Lume much. Yerky Lume has a memorable game. 4 goals. Wow. Pretty good. He was a pretty decent defenseman. Again, not a crazy good superstar, but he had some offense in him. Pretty good defenseman for Vancouver. Alright. We are playing at home against Winnipeg. Carman Zardy. I believe in you, Zardy. You also have one of the coolest names hockey has ever seen. Alright, Guy is in net. And he's going to face Rick Tabaracci. And it's a win, 4-2. That's it. I'm going to give the captaincy to Zardy Zalewski. No, maybe not. But we were outshot 45-22. Nothing new at this point. I mean, we're just, piling those games up. So Yashin has 2 goals. Old Chuck a goal and an assist. Second star. And McIver with an assist. So Loney Loach from Norm McIver. Yashin from Daigle and Cavallini. Martin Saint-Amour played and he scored. First NHL goal. Congratulations. From Mark Lam and Jonas Bergquist. And Yashin from Chris Luongo and Loney Loach. So Zalewski didn't get a point. Teemu Selanne extended his point streak to 13 games against us. Joe Mullen extends his point streak to 14. Pretty good. Oh, Mike Milbury is the guy upset at the media right now. So Mike Milbury is in Hartford right now. Oh, maybe that's why he traded Mizar Zalewski. Huh. I can play if you need me, Berquist said. We did that last game. You actually played and got an assist, remember? And now we are playing against Boston. So we're sending Daniel Bertium back in net, despite it's 2 games and 2 nights, I guess. John Blue is getting the start for Boston. Boston not having a good season, 27, 31, and 6. And I think it might be the goaltending. Remember, they traded Andy Moog to Detroit for Ray Shepard. That left them with basically John Blue as their starter. So... Oh, yeah, we lost that one. We lost 5-1. Alright, so we actually outshot Boston 35-27, and we were very disciplined. We only got 4 minutes of penalty, but that wasn't enough to win, apparently. So Adam Oates had 2 goals and an assist for the first start. John Blue probably heard me say that they were kind of stuck with him, so of course he pulled a great game, 34 saves for the second star, and Don Sweeney with an assist as the third star. So Yashin was our lone goal scorer from Chris Luongo and Daigle. A strong night for Benoit Hugg, which I didn't accept in a trade. Hat-trick, 3 goals. Doug Gilmour, 900 points in his career. That's pretty good. Of course, Doug Gilmour was a pretty intense player. Pretty sure that there's not a lot of teams that would have not wanted him on their team. He was intense, but not in a dirty way or anything like that. Alright, next game is going to be against the Nordiques. Joe Mullen, point streak of 15 games. Teemu Selanne, 14 games. And Berquist is fully healed. "15 games with a point for Selanne. I wish we could land a guy like Selanne. Not right now. Okay, so apparently Dave Archibald got a bobo or something. Yeah. What's wrong with you? You have a sore ankle? Well, wait till you get older. It's probably just gonna get worse. Alright, playing in Quebec City against the Nordiques. Zalewski still playing there. Probably doesn't help him that he's playing with Gord Deneen. Maybe that's why he only has a point in 3 games. Alright, so Jocelyn Thibault's thrown to the Wolves, kind of like he was in real life. Because the Nordiques did the trade Ron Extall. Alright, so the last time we played them, they massacred us 11-3. So let's hope for a better result here. And it's a win. We won 4-3. Awesome. Alright, 4-3 win, despite being outshot 51-25. Jody Hull, 2 goals and an assist for a star. Peter Forsberg, 2 assists. And Gord Deneen. See, I said something about Gord Deneen, and he's like, screw you, man. I can do things too. So he scored a goal and got the 3rd star. Jody Hull on the power play from McIver and Larionov. Jody Hull again from Lazaro and Chris Luongo. Gord Deneen on the power play from Zalewski. Cool. And Jody Hull. And Lonnie Loach on the power play from Zalewski again and Alexander. Alright, so 2-assist game from Zalewski. That's good. Dirk Graham suspended. Good thing I didn't go and get you in my trade. He missed 3 games, I think it said. Bob Airy had a great game. 3 goals and an assist. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Mario Lemieux. A goal and 4 assists for Mario. Oh, 10-0 win over Boston. Yeesh, things are not going good in Boston. Joe Mullen extends his point streak to 16. Archibald is ready, and Mario Lemieux is day-to-day, 5 days. Ooh. Alright, we are playing Philly. Brett Hull scored in 5 straight. Of course, scoring goals was Brett Hull's specialty. Point streak of 12. Alright, let's play Philly. They're 32, 30, and 5. So just a little bit above 500. Back then, a lot of times it was good enough to be in the playoffs. Nowadays, a lot of times a record close to that is not gonna do it. Alright, Guébert against Tommy Soderstrom. And it's a loss. We lost 4-1. We actually outshot them 31-29. I'm looking those numbers. Those are almost perfect shots on goal numbers. Sadly, the result is not good, but... Oh, not a lot of penalties. We took 1 minor, they took 3. Wow. So Lindros first star, a goal and 2 assists. Mark Rickey 2 assists, and Soderstrom a 30 save night for the 3rd star. Jody Hull scored our only goal, assisted by Brad Shaw. Adam Graves is not suspended. Was looked at but not suspended. Murray Craven 600 points in his career at age 29. Not too shabby for Murray Craven. Joe Mullen has points in 17 straight games. Jim Vesey is ready to come back to practice. Looks like we have our American West Coast trip coming, so we're gonna play in Anaheim, LA, and San Jose. Brent Sutter is back from suspension. Teemu Selänne's point streak ended at 15 games, so the Canucks stopped him. Alright, Darren Rumble is ready to return to practice. Oh, Fyodorov extends his contract with Detroit for 3 more years at $1.42 million per season. Those numbers seem so small compared to now. That's crazy. $1.42 million is what a 4th line player makes. All right, Sean Evans is available. Of course, I have no room, nor the desire to get him. Red light stays on for Pat Falloon. 3 goals and 3 assists. Wow, 3 goals and 3 assists for Pat Falloon. Another kind of Alexander Degg story. Pat Falloon had all of that hype coming with him and everything, and he just didn't pan out for super long. But that's a pretty good game. 3 goals and 3 assists is pretty damn good. Memorable night for Ray Whitney. 7 assists. Wow. So San Jose beat Calgary 7-6, and Ray Whitney had an assist on every single goal that San Jose scored. That's pretty amazing. Mark Macy extends his assist streak to 8. Joe Mullen extends his point streak to 18. 6 straight games with a goal for Brettel. And that's 13 straight with a point. Okay. And Paul Coffey extended with LA. Okay, so 4 more years for Paul Coffey at 1.1 million. And that is going to bring him to 36 years old. Looks like he might finish his career in LA. Alright, we're playing in Anaheim. Definitely can win that game. Again, and my personal goal for the season is 45 points. We're 1 point away with, about a month's worth of games left to play. So I sure hope we can get at least 1 point. Surely we can beat either Anaheim or San Jose during that trip. Surely, right? Maybe. Alright, so they do have Felix Potvin, so they have a really good or pretty good goaltender. And we won, and we now officially have exceeded my expectations. So 8-5 win. That was quite the offensive affair. Let's take a look at that. So we outshot them 52-32. So for once, we're the team with the 50-something shots on goal. That's weird to look at. Alright, so Loney Loach, 2 goals and 3 assists, was the first star. Daigle, 2 goals, 2 assists, and Norm McIver, a goal and an assist. So, pretty good. Daigle from Zalapsky, Loach. Zalapsky had 3 assists at least in that game. Yep. Yep, 3 assists, and he managed to be a -1. Oh well. Played 27 minutes. So Rick Bonus is using him. That's good. That's exactly why that's why I went for him and not for Kimmo Timonen, because I have Brian McCabe. That's kind of, developing, and yes, Kimmo Timonen is probably better than Brian McCabe, at least on paper. In the game engine, that doesn't mean that every single player is going to follow their trajectory, but I needed somebody that could come in right now that was decent, and Zardy Zalapsky fit that bill. So awesome. That's a win. And the only news, of course, is for the other team. Paul Carrier had a hat trick in that game, 3 goals. Mike Richard and Tom O'Regan again. Wow. Prolific passing night for Steve Larmer, 5 assists. Dirk Graham is back from suspension. Joe Mullen has points in 19 straight. And Sylvain Turgeon might be able to come back soon. Alright, Mark Messier extends his assist streak to 9 games. Greg Adams is the monthly injured while helping a friend move player. Like playing in LA. Playing in LA. No, that's not even the lyrics. Alright. Kelly Rudy against Guibert. Right. So yeah, Gretzky kind of, at the start of the season, he started slow for his own standards, but 101 points in 57 games, that looks pretty good. And the Kings are 39, 23, and 6. So they are probably very comfortably going to make the playoffs unless they have a total collapse. And we lost 6-4, so if there's a collapse happening for the Kings, it's starting after playing us. 45-29 the shots in favor of the Kings. Gretzky had 4 assists. Norm McIver a goal and 2 assists, and Yari Curry with a 2-goal game. Loney Loach scored on the power play from McIver and Yashin. Bradshaw on the power play from Lonely Loach. Lonely Loach is having himself a pretty decent season. He's really picked it up. Like he was kind of lagging behind. You know, it was Yashin and McIver for the points, and then you had Serjan and a bunch of other players kind of all grouped up there. But Lonely Loach is starting to have himself a season. He's at 47 points. Maybe even more. I haven't... No, 47. That's still pretty good. So McIver from Yashin and Deg, and Yashin on the power play from McIver and Shaw. Is Alexei Yashin going to reach the 50-goal plateau? I mean, it's possible. There's what? 46, that's 50, 71. There's what? 13 games left. And he needs 7. Maybe. A guy can... Oh, Zardy Zalewski suspended. I'm not happy with you, Zardy. It's just for one game. It's okay, I guess. And Wayne Gretzky, as we know, had a good game with 4 assists. Jagr extends his goal streak to 5 games. Joe Mullen's point streak ended at 19 games. Could not get a point. Serjan's about to come back, and the trade deadline is nearing. Alright, so that's the game that Zalewski's going to miss, the game against the Sharks. Richard Schmelik is back. Mark Messier extends his assist streak to 10 games. Passes on point for Phil Housley with a 4-assist night. Bretal's point streak ended at 13 games. Alright, Serjan is back. I'm going to need to put him into the lineup. So you're going back down. You didn't do much. You did score your first NHL goal. That was a great moment for you, but that's pretty much all you did. Alright. Let's play the Sharks. I think we can beat them. They're 15, 47, and 7 for 37 points. And we won the first game of the season against them 4-1. Alright, so let's go ahead and send that. Of course, they're sending Jeff Hackett, who spent quite a bit of his career in Montreal, further into his career. But right now he's in San Jose. And we lost 2-1. That's disappointing. That's because Zardy Zalewski wasn't there. That's why. So we were outshot 31-28, so that looks pretty good there. Garpenlov with an assist. Jamie Baker with an assist, 2nd star. And Jeff Hackett was a 3rd star with 27 saves. So Lazaro scored for us, assisted by Jamie Baker. And Zalewski is back from suspension. Alright, let me check here. Okay, the trade deadline is on the 21st. So on the 21st, I'm going to try to make another trade. And I already have an idea of who I'm going to trade. Jagr extends his goal streak to 6. Strong night for Joe Sakic at 3 goals and an assist. Ooh, there's been a trade between Quebec and Boston. I'm kind of excited to look at what it is because, of course, I was a Nordiques fan as a kid, so kind of want to see what they did there. Mark Messier extends his point streak to 12, and it has a streak to 11. Nordique sent Mike Ritchie to Boston for Ray Shepherd. Oh, wow. So Boston traded Andy Moog for Ray Shepherd, and now they're having a losing season, so they are trying to recoup something for Ray Shepherd, and they're getting a younger player in Mike Ritchie. Mike Ritchie kind of fits the Bruins style of play that the Bruins pretty much always had. So he had some fight to him, Mike Ricci. So yeah, I can see Mike Ricci playing for the Bruins. So Ray Shepard and Zeno Cicerelli with the Nordiques. So a lot of ex-Red Wings there. That's interesting. Brian Bellows, 900 points in his career, and he's 29, so pretty good accomplishment there. Memorable game for Jagger with 4 assists. Alright, we're playing in Buffalo. We have lost every single game against them this year, all 4 of them. So winning now would be pretty good. And we're sending in Daniel Berthiaume to face Dominic Hasek. And we lost in overtime 3-2. So good fight, but no cigar. We were outshot 31-30, so that doesn't look too bad there. Delaware Chuck 2 assists, Bergquist an assist, and Grant Ledyard with a goal. So for us, Lazaro from Bergquist and Paul Cavallini, and Dave Archibald from Chris Luongo and Jamie Baker. Alright, so now is the trade deadline. And Pat LaFontaine got his 900th point against us. Yep, so now it's going to be the 21st, so we are going to be looking at making a deal. So who's there? Guy Gosselin, Mario Doyon, Sean Evans. Okay, Gilbert Dion is suspended for 4 games. No suspension for Marcus Ragnarsson. Oh, Doug Gilmour is day-to-day with an injury. Oh god, so we have Norm McIver that's hurt for 6 days. Alright, so the guy that I want to trade... Actually, there's 2 of them. So we're going to attempt to do 2 trades. Maybe 3. Alright, so it's a losing season, so I want to... So let's see, yes... Okay, maybe not him. Okay, alright, I'm gonna try to trade Paul Cavallini. I think I can get something for him. That's the last year of his contract, so let's see if I can get somebody to bite on him. Hey, somebody, do you want a guy that takes a shitload of penalties? No offers for Paul Cavallini. He's washed up and nobody wants him. That's not good. Alright, another player that I was looking at potentially trading. Is Igor Larionov. Let's see if somebody wants Igor. Yes. Now I wanted to only try for players that only have a 1-year deal left, but it makes sense in my context to try to trade Igor Larionov. So let's see what we might be getting. So Mike Krushelinski, nah. Definitely if I'm accepting a trade for Larionov, it's going to be for a younger player. Mark Abscheid, he's younger, but no, just no. From the Kings, Daniel Shank, no. Pittsburgh, Dave Tippett, no thank you. Islanders offer Brian Mullen, no. The Devils are offering Vyacheslav Fitzov. That's older. Russian for Russian. Am I going to make another trade with Hartford? Paul Cruz? No. I'm okay with keeping Larionov too. He still has a year on his contract. Claudio Skrimin. Wow. I know a lot about hockey, but I don't remember seeing that name ever before. Tampa Bay, Craig Berube. I don't think so. Anaheim is offering me Dave Babich, the good old Dave Babich. Nah. And old Dave Christian. No, that's okay. Alright, I didn't find anything that I found interesting for Larionov. Alright, and then the other one I wanted to try is Bergquist. Let's see. Montreal is offering me Pierre Sevigny. No, thank you. You really want to trade me Mike Krushelinski. It's not happening. I don't want him. Denis Chervyakov. Nope. Tim Hunter? No. I want a young suspect. It doesn't even have to be a prospect. Bob J? I don't think so. Gord Donnelly. Ugh. Denny Felsner. I'm not feeling it. Buffalo, Jody Gage, no thank you. The Canucks are offering me Dane Jackson. Calgary, Sean Eafy. Hartford, Brent Ashton, another veteran. Scott Levens, no thank you. Dean Kolstad, nope. Right, so they're all just offering me junk. Anatoly Semyonov. If you were a couple years younger, perhaps I would have thought about it. Brian Propp, another veteran. I'm not interested. And Dave Christian again. Alright. Well, I tried. I really tried. I wanted to try to move one of those guys, and I wasn't looking for like a steal like a Kimotsmanen or anything like that. Just, you know, a young guy that maybe had a 1.5 star potential or something, you know, just to take a flyer on him, but that didn't happen. Alright, next game is going to be at home against Detroit. Alright, Gary Suter has 600 points in his career. Pretty good defenseman. Mark Messier's point streak ended at 12 games. Mark Messier's assist streak ended at 11 games, obviously. Yzerman extends his assist streak to 8 games. And Mikhail Tatarinov set everything up tonight. He had a 5-assist game. Assisted on every single goal the Nordiques scored. So we are playing Detroit, so with our unchanged lineup after all. Ron Extall, he's now a Red Wing. Against Guilbert. And it's a win, we won 4-2. Take that, Ron Extall. He probably got upset on 3 of the 4 goals we scored. Alright, we were outshot 46-24. Detroit does have a really good team, so that's not very surprising there. Mark Lamb, first star with a goal. Konstantinov with an assist, and Jody Hull with a goal. So Lamb from Bradshaw, Jody Hull from Jamie Baker and Loney Loach. Larionov on the power play from Cavallini, and Turgeon on the power play from Zalewski and Yashin. Alright, the clock is ticking, Alexei. I want you to get 50 goals. Blues, right wing, all out with torn pick. Ooh, that sounds painful. Brett Hull is gone for 3 months, so season over for Brett Hull. I don't. St. Louis is not having a very good season. Nah, 28, 39, and 6. So they're not going to be in the playoffs, I don't think. So that's 2 pretty bad injuries that Brett Hull got, right? He's the one that got that day-to-day 6-month injury in the previous season, if I remember correctly. Then Mark Messier, 500 goals in his career. Pretty good milestone there for Mark Messier. Of course, he was a machine of hockey. He was in pretty good shape, too. Jason Arnott extends his goal streak to 5 games. Alright, we're playing in Pittsburgh. Of course, Pittsburgh has that crazy good season where they are 56, 15, and 3 for 115 points. We have lost all 3 meetings against Pittsburgh so far this year, and it's probably going to continue like that. Alright, so they got tired of Degg on the first line, moving him to the third line, and trying Bergquist on the first instead. And we lost 5-0. So not a lot to look at for us there. We were outshot 45-21. Larry Murphy, 3 assists. First star. Jagger, 3 assists. Second star. Martin Straka with a goal and an assist. Really nothing for us to look there. Alright, Darren Rumble is doing better. Mike Milbury on his way out. Well, if Hartford knows what's good for them, they probably should. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Pat LaFontaine. 5 assists. There was no stopping Alexander Mogilny, who had 3 goals and 2 assists in that same game. A 7-0 win over the Whalers. That's probably why Mike Milbury's job is in jeopardy. Dmitry Ristich extends his goal streak to 5 games. Pretty good game. Jason Arnott extends his goal streak to 6. Wayne Gretzky, 8 straight games with an assist. 600 points for Ross Courtnall in his career. We're seeing a lot of milestones this season. Lots of players are reaching pretty cool milestones. Brian Leach, again with a day-to-day injury. He must have like a nagging injury that just keeps coming. Darren Rumble ahead of schedule. Jim VC coming back soon. Joey Juneau has a great game. 3 goals and 2 assists. Oh wow, Boston trounced Montreal 7-1. That's good. I like that. Red light stays on for Adam Oates. He had 3 goals and 2 assists. Ron Francis scored in 5 straight. Dean Kennedy has been... I was going to say Sheldon Kennedy. It's Dean Kennedy. Sorry. Was suspended for 3 games. Gilbert Dion's suspension is over. Alright, we're playing our next game in Montreal. Normand Rochefort is available. I am not going to pick him up. Jason Arnott extends his goal streak to 7 games. Owen Nolan has a strong game, 3 goals. Pavel Bure, hat-trick as well. Paul Coffey scored in 5 straight games. Pretty good little stretch there, especially for a defenseman. Gretzky has assists in 9 straight. Alright. We are playing in Montreal. We're sending Guy Hébert, they're sending Patrick Roy, and I want for Yashin to score all the goals. Well, we lost 8-4. We outshot Montreal 49-34, so Montreal was pretty high on the list of teams that allow a lot of shots, so I guess their defense is not all that great. But despite that, we lost 8-4. Patrice Brisebois, a goal and an assist. He has a first star. John Leclerc, 2 goals and an assist. And Desjardins, a goal and 2 assists. So Zalewski scored for us on the power play from Daigle and Yashin. Yashin from Turgeon and Daigle. Turgeon from Yashin. And Jimmy Baker from Bradshaw. So Yashin is up at 44 goals. It's going to be tight for him to get to 50. Alright, Jimmy VC is ready to come back. Next game is against the Nordiques. Yzerman had a 3-goal and a 1 assist night. Nice little game. Alright, so I have 2 guys left hurt, both defensemen. Alright, the Nordiques are not doing good, 32, 39, and 4. But they did go and get Ray Shepherd. Alright, we're sending Guy again. They're sending Jocelyn Thibault. And we lost 4-1. Bergquist scored our only goal from Lazaro and Baker. We were outshot 45-21. Forsberg had 2 assists. Tatarinov a goal and Nolan a goal. Strong game for Ron Wilson. He had a hat-trick, 3 goals. Prolific passing for Chris Chelios. He had a 4 assist game. Gretzky failed to get an assist, so his streak ended, but he did score a goal, so his point streak is continuing at least. Dynamic passing leads to productive night for Ron Francis, 4 assists. So that's 12 straight games with a point. Strong game for McEachern, 3 goals and 2 assists. Alright, now Darren Rumble is ready. I guess I'm going to send down Donald Dufresne. He might get claimed, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, he's not completely... he's not completely healed. Alright, and I'm going to advance 1 more day, so it's the 31st. So that's going to bring us to the 1st of April. And then, of course, in the next video after that, I'm going to do like I did in the previous year. So we're going to do April and all of the playoffs and see what happens there. Also, on April 1st, I'm going to go ahead and see who I am going to extend contracts for. So there's probably a couple players that I'm going to keep. I think I said that I wanted to do that in March, and I just decided to wait a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and try and do that at the start of April there. So I'm going to advance that 1 day. Alright, Vyacheslav Kozlov has a great game. He had 3 goals and an assist. Craig Muni is suspended for 2 games. Dean Kennedy is back from his suspension. Kelly Kisio is hurt for 6 months. Wow. Scouting reports, don't care. Norm McIver says he's ready to play. Alright, so let's look at our players here. So Jim VC is really declining rapidly. He lost shooting range, stick checking, and acceleration. Turgeon lost some strength. He's still a 2-star player, though. Darren Madeley lost a point of reflexes. Donald Dufresne lost some points, too. Radim Basanik. Jimmy Carson. Nothing too crazy. So Jaromir Jagr and Dominik Hasek are the players of the month. And that's where we are. So the next game is going to be against the Florida Panthers. We are 7 points ahead of them. We caught up with Hartford. Wow. At one point, they were almost 10 points ahead of us. And we have a game on hand, too. So we have a chance to finish 12th. That's very interesting. Of course, nobody's catching Pittsburgh. And in the Western Conference, Chicago is well first. So yeah, there's definitely a lot at play here. Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Edmonton are not gonna catch the other teams, but you know, the Kings could win the division. Definitely, yeah. Pretty interesting stuff going on in the West as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at our stats. That's pretty much what it's going to look like for the season, because the season's almost over. We only have that's 55, 77 games, so we have 7 games left. So Yashin has an 86-point season. That's pretty good, actually, if we look. Or not. I thought there was a way to look at, maybe not. I know it's in the baseball game. Oh, my bad. I thought that I could look at the stats that Yashin got, but in real life, but apparently I don't think I can. Okay, so 86 points is pretty good. McIver, 70 points in 75 games. Pretty good for a defenseman. Zalapsky has 55 points in 75 games. How many with us? Okay, that's acceptable. 8 points in 12 games with us. That's good. So Lonely Loach really started to play well. 48 points in 76 games. So he's a decent little player for us. Turgeon kind of slowed down. He got injured as well. Bergquist. Then it goes down. Daigle has 35 points in 55 games. That's his rookie season. That's not too bad. And if we look at the league, Jagr and Joe Nieuwendyk, both 61 goals for the first place. Yzerman now has the most assists with 88. So Mario Lemieux was like first for a while, and even Gretzky passed him. And then Jagr is now first for points with 142. So it was like Nieuwendyk and Mario Lemieux for a while. They were kind of, toe to toe, and now, Jagr has a 10-point lead on Nieuwendyk. So I guess the Flames didn't do too good in that month. Other than that, Oh, so we've been blocking less shots, I guess. I only see Gord Deneen there with 185. Alright, so I think we're gonna call this a video. We pretty much looked at everything. So again, next video, first, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna sign those players off screen and then just show what who I decided to keep and for what salary or something like that. And then we'll go on with playing the month of April and then looking at who wins the Stanley Cup in the 1993-1994 season. But for the time being, as usual, thank you for tuning in. And if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. That's always appreciated. And until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.